Hi everybody, it's Martin at Flicking Feathers here today, and I'm tying a wee carp fly. This is the Dirty Sub. It's a really effective little beadhead pattern. I've tweaked how the bead's attached to help make sure it always rides hook up. It's very effective if you fish somewhere where the fish prefer smaller flies. I really like beadheads, but one of the problems I had with them was that they always, they would fish hook down and you'd snag a lot, especially in sort of urban environments. City rivers are not always the nicest environment. So the hook I'm using is an Owner C5 boilie hook, size 4. It's these are quite small compared to most fly hooks, but they're very nice and strong. So a size 4 is not actually that big. My shank length's probably equivalent to about a 12 wet fly or something like that. So I'm going to start by running on a base of thread. This is just Veevus, olive Veevus, 10/0. Fine but strong, it's decent thread. And then to attach the bead, this is just a length of 20 pound masons, and I've melted it, flattened the end, and then I've got this 5/32 tungsten bead slipped on with a concave opening up against the burnt end of the nylon. So I'm just going to offer that up, and I've flattened the bits of the nylon so it can't slip. And I'll take that, tie it in the length of the shank, and I'll trim it off, and I'll take the thread around the bend with it, about halfway round. That'll make the tail and the legs kind of kick up. Now, just to help this a wee bit, I'm going to make a small Brahma thread to help hold the bead up, almost like a parachute. And you can see it's a wee bit slack there, but you don't need to worry about that. By the time you tie off all your material at the front, then it'll be quite nice. So the next thing to tie in is sort of sillileg. This is just, I've got half a length here of a black and white barred standard silicon leg. That's plenty for one fly. I really like black and white legs on my carp flies. I don't know what it is about them, but it doesn't really seem to matter where I fish or the type of water that I fish for them. Whether it's small streams, silty streams and stuff, big freestone rivers, cut them just slightly longer than the hook. Lakes and whatever, the black and white legs really seem to be a killer addition. For the next part of the tail, I'm just taking a wee bit of, this is just sort of Chickabou from the back of I've got a whiting Brahma hen that I dyed a sort of brown olive, and I'm just taking a wee sort of Chickabou feather from the back of it. I'll just tie that in. And then it's time for the body material, which is Semperfli straggle string. It's just like a wee fine cactus chenille. Really nice sort of pearly and UV fleck in it. And I've just used a sort of browny olive colour. Obviously, change the colour to suit. Chartreuse is actually a nice body with these flies inside the sort of more natural coloured Hackle. It kind of shines through, it's a nice effect. So, same hen neck. This is again just the white and Brahma. I've got a kind of oversized Hackle. I'm going to tie it in just behind the bead. Then I'll fold the stem back 2 or 3 turns over it. Keep your thread tight. There's no breaking. Sometimes you don't want it to break. There we go. Now, I'll use a Hackle plier because these feathers are quite slippy. So I'll take just a full turn at the front, and then I'll wind my Hackle back. Fairly close turns. Until I meet the straggle string. And I'll catch it in just as you would with like a ribbon wire. And this will be my rib and my body at the same time. I'll wind this forward. Don't worry about the catching in bits of the Hackle and all that. That will happen at this stage, but you don't concern yourself about it. I'll get to the front, we'll take a turn. One turn in front, one turn over, turn in front, turn over. That locks it in. Trim away the waste. Just take anything going forward of the eye and sweep it back. And then to free up these fibres, what I do is I just get my Velcro, give it a go over it, and you pull out the sort of trapped Hackle fibres. And then once you've got that kind of bugged out, you can encourage the fibres to go into the hook gape. Right, you don't want them. I like them to be sort of mostly in the gape side, just purely to help make sure the fly flips. I mean, it will flip with that bead, but the drag for the Hackles like this will encourage it more as well. Especially if you're using a lighter bead, it can make a difference. So, just to finish off, another Hackle, same cape. We'll tie this in by the tip, 3 turns, fold the tip back, another couple of turns over the top, hold your thread tight, and you can just nip the tip away, but it will never pull out. That Hackle's locked in securely. Then I'll just double it as I go, just fold the Hackle over, one turn in front of the other, right up to behind that bead. And then come across your thread, put a bend in the stem, 90 degrees, so you don't trap Hackle fibre. You're just tying the stem, and fold it 2 turns and fold it back, tie over the top, get it locked in nice and secure, and then you can just come in with the tips of your scissors, nip it away, and then I'll just whip finish. Get two. These flies do a lot of rattling in amongst rocks, so 2 whip finishes is not a bad idea. Try that. And then I'll just encourage these fibres to the, again in the gape side. Then I'll take some head cement and I just dab it along the back there. Let it sit for a minute. Get it wet with your thumb. There you go. That will hold that. Then the last thing is just to get some cement in the head of the fly as well. Don't be shy, just flood it in there. And I'll just take my dubbing needle and make sure the eye's clear. There you have it, the dirty sub. It's a nice wee carp fly, certainly catches fish. Tie them in a various range of colours, blacks, rusty brown, olive. Stick a hot spot, use fluorescent orange thread or use a tuft of fluorescent orange marabou or hot pink marabou, something like that. Try them out, I hope you catch some fish in them, I hope you found this video useful. Thanks very much for watching guys, tight lines, bye.